We are back with Slay the Princess. We are so back. I love this game. I can't get enough. I have to beat it. We'll get into it. It's a tragedy because in part 3, the part that we played yesterday, my mic was effed and I didn't know. But we're definitely not going to re-record anything because that's just a lot. So we're just going to pick up where we left off.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So, we're going to debrief very quickly. We have brought to this paranormal entity so many versions of the princess. And in the last one, I think was the scariest one. Most definitely was the scariest one. She turned into this, like, demon, a literal demon. Like, how do I even describe it? But then we developed the voice of the hunter, or no, the voice of the hunted. And it was this, like, cat and mouse instinctual storyline. So she was just, like, she was huge. She was a unit. And she was, like, so muscular and, like, 8 feet tall. But we ended up luring her out. We ended up, like, slicing her enough until she, like, finally ran out of fight and blood. She bled out, and we ended up conquering her. I didn't think we could do it. We did it. So we're so back. And I don't know how many more vessels we need to give to this paranormal entity. It's like we're sacrificing the... We're doing, like, sacrificial, like, offerings to this paranormal entity, and it won't even give us any information about what's going on. But I did try to negotiate. I did try to reckon with the most recent version of this princess. And I was like, listen, you are involved in this alternate reality just as much as I am. So, like, hear me out. But there was no reckoning with her. Like, she literally wanted to kill me. And she told me, she's like, I don't care about what you're saying. I'm going to kill you. So I just had to be strategic. And that was the first time that I was like, okay, we'll just, like, kill her. We're not going to negotiate with her. So we'll see what this version
You're here to slay her.
Of the princess gives us.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
All right. So just like we did last time, we're going to try and choose options that we haven't really done before. We haven't done this. Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. I literally think we've done every other one. Okay, I don't really feel like negotiating with him because he's pretty long-winded, as we've discovered. So I'm just going to say, oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
Great.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
We've definitely seen this before. But in the last one, we didn't know that she was different until we went down there, and her voice was like feral almost, and she was just like out for blood. So
the blade is your implement.
We'll see. And
you'll
we
need
took the
it
blade
if
last
you want
time,
to do
but
this right.
should we take it? Yeah, let's just take it.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Okay.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Huh?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in
Wait.
charge down here.
Wait, hold on. Let's see what our history is real quick. Okay, yeah. I was like, that's what her voice sounded like last time. Is she gonna want to fight us again? Okay, let's see.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Okay, we did hi. Just checking in on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. I'm just gonna walk down the stairs. I don't want to give her any ideas.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Why do I feel like this is the same as last time? I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's
Hi,
not like she's a
Soph.
threat.
Okay. I'm not
Don't
dropping
you
my knife.
dare.
Let's be real.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
So far, nothing looks like a whole lot different.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
What do you mean by that?
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Why does she sound like that?
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Girl.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
She wants to fight us. She really wants to smoke. Should this be the one time we listen to the narrator? The one time. Let's just slay her. Should we slay her? See what happens. Let's slay her.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
She has hands? That's crazy.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurts!
Be so for real, the princess does not have combat skills. Like, the version of the princess that we fought yesterday, yeah, I can see that. But this version of her, I'm not so sure.
Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing.
Okay.
Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Oh yeah, okay. No wonder I was like, I feel like we've done this before because we already did that reality where we kill her. Okay, this is the first time that this has happened. Do we let her kill us? She already killed us. I feel like she's killed us like so many times. Okay. Flee. We're gonna flee and lock her in the basement.
Are you serious? It's a good
Yeah.
idea. We've taken some bad hits, but we've dealt some too. She has to be feeling it more than we are. Let's regroup upstairs. If we're lucky, maybe she'll just bleed out. Fine. You make a mad dash to the basement stairs, the princess's chains rattling as she tries to chase you, but pulling taut much too soon for her to catch up.
Do you really think you can just walk out of here?
She steps towards you, ignoring her chains. They creak and strain as she pulls against them until finally they break. The links clatter to the floor, useless.
Is Princess geared up? How could she do that?
She's free. Hurry.
Oh my gosh, okay.
You push your broken body as she closes in and just barely manage to pass the threshold of the basement doorway before she catches up to you. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
What is happening? Her voice changed, and why is she like stronger?
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
Oh my gosh, okay.
she sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
Stop.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it.
Sorry?
You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker.
That's what I'm saying. Her beating the door is so loud.
No, it doesn't.
How could we go to sleep? There's no way that I'm going to sleep. Not only that, you're gonna stay in the cabin? Yeah, okay. No, you're not. I'm gonna say, whatever you are, you're not a princess. Go ahead and waste your energy. I'll be waiting for you.
I wouldn't be so sure about outlasting me. You're so brittle. So go ahead, rest. Do whatever you think will help you be prepared. But know that I'm coming for you, and that when I find you, I will make you hurt.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
She's right behind me, isn't she?
Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working.
What?
It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach.
I'm paralyzed? How?
Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
What do you mean?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Oh my god, wait. I'm paralyzed and now my organs are failing.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
Why is she so close to me?
What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
What is happening?
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
That was interesting. One thing that I picked up on in the last time we played, when she turned into this like ginormous creature. What's that creature that abominable snowman? But why can't I think of the other one? What's the name of the other one? Bigfoot. She literally turned into Bigfoot in front of our eyes, but something I noticed was that the first version, when you start from chapter 1, the first version of the princess, she ends up like in each new reality, she becomes like way like a more intense and evil version of her previous chapter, which I find interesting. So that's why I was like trying to slay this version of her when she's like a human, because she only gets more powerful as the chapters go on. So this vessel is chapter 2, the nightmare. Okay, she's gonna kill me again. I'm gonna say that.
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself.
Narrator being nice? He never does that.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh. What if he hears us?
Paranoid.
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all.
He's like unusually optimistic. Why is that? Okay, we've already done that. Let's proceed.
A warning before you go. She will lie.
No.
I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Oh wow. Okay.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room.
What is
A
that?
pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Where's the door? Where's the door?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
What happened to the door?
Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time. It's just an empty frame. She's already got now, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
Look at the window. Stop.
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Oh my gosh, I'm so freaked out right now. Ugh, I don't like this. This cabin is different.
Very different. I'm not the only one who sees her in the window, right? She knows that we're here. Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is
Ew.
different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died. You certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
It's the music. The music is just... ugh.
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Alright, let's approach the mirror, and then the narrator's gonna gaslight us and be like, there's not a mirror there. But then there's actually not a mirror there, so we don't know if we're crazy or he's lying.
You walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
Let's grab the knife, question mark, and...
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us. Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
The hero's like, we need nukes.
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself.
Right. I feel like this is Cap.
Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Well, let's boot scoot and boogie.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness.
Okay.
More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
Ooh. I'm not entirely sure what the hero thinks we can do about a ghost. How hard is it to throw a knife? We can't fight her, she's a ghost. I'm gonna talk to her. We don't need a plan, I'm just gonna kill her. Let's do... We don't need a plan, I'm just gonna kill her.
Finally, a voice of reason. The rest of you should take notes. You know why I'm being a pessimist. I'm just asking questions. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Oh god. What are we gonna see now?
As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right.
Oh no. We're gonna have to choose left or right.
She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Okay, vocals. Okay, auto-tune. Okay. Yeah, like it really matters. We could go back. Should we retreat? I'm going left, because I'm left-handed.
You turn to the left.
Let's go, girls.
A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
Bye.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb.
She's paralyzing me again.
Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision adds out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops
shit.
once more as your body reapproaches death.
Ew.
Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. You sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
Okay. What are we gonna do? Oh no, what are we gonna do? You're a lunatic. I'm not gonna say that, even though I want to. There's a lot of options. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna say, what good am I to you alive, or what do you want from me?
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... Well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can move without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
So she's starting to recognize that this is like a duet or like a cooperative. So it takes both of us, and if she kills me, then the cycle repeats, obviously. I'm gonna say, and if I let you out, what then? Do we go our separate ways?
No, definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free. Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
Okay, let's... should we say, fine, you win, I'll let you leave? Or should we run? Or slay her? If we slay her, nothing's gonna happen, I don't think. Being around you is agony. I'm gonna say... Oh gosh, I'm running out of time. I feel like I'm running out of time. Okay, I'm gonna say... If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
I'm gonna run.
You turn and run, doing your best to put one useless leg in front of the other.
You poor, poor thing.
Liver.
Wrong choice.
You get nowhere before the princess is in front of you once again.
Oh shit.
You're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to
No!
her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you. Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken. No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. Gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out.
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out.
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
Leave it to the narrator to abandon us at the last minute.
You can't keep going. Well, what are you talking about?
Oops, I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Oh god. Okay. What? What is that? What is... The moment of clarity?
You're on a path in the... Shit. What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing?
What did that say? I didn't see what that said.
There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember. You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you? I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out.
No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her.
Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we?
Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything. No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever. I think.
We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart? We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere.
There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything. We love her, so we have to set her free.
These are all the voices combined.
Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us?
We haven't seen a few of these, but we've seen a majority of them.
To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love.
Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us. This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
Okay. Alright, what are we gonna do, guys? I'm going to say that's a good question. How many times have you all been here?
Many times.
Light years ago.
It feels like we've been here forever. But it also feels like we've barely been here at all.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, we just have to do what she says and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you.
That's a good point.
There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
Low-key agree with the contrarian, though. Low-key. Okay. Ooh, this one's gonna be good. Okay, let's do this long one. But that doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before this. And some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. As I hear those other times, did someone else make the decision?
What does here even mean if you really think about it? Shut up. You were here.
Every single time.
You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order. And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged.
You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget. I've tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft. A shame, really.
If I don't remember what I did, then it couldn't have been me that did it.
Don't think about that too hard. All it will do is weaken your resolve and make it that much harder for you to slay her.
Maybe you're shattered in your own way. Are you your memories? Or are you the one perceiving the present moment?
He has a good point.
Ugh, here you go philosophizing again. It never goes anywhere. Yes, this is far from the first time you've asked us about consciousness. Who am I? What am I? What is I? Who even cares? They're good questions, great questions even, but they don't have any answers. And they all just end in quivering torment. It doesn't matter what we do because we always find her, and if we don't find her, she always finds us.
And then she smashes us into smaller pieces.
If you all just stopped feeling, we could have been done with this ages ago. Your thoughts are far too scattered to rein back in. Your only option is to silence them.
Let's do, what if we don't go to the cabin?
We've tried that. It doesn't work. Our hearts always brought us back to her. The deck is stacked.
So many paths, and they're all circles.
They're not wrong, guys. They are not wrong. Okay, let's see. I think they're all wrong.
Of course we're wrong.
She's the only thing that's right. Yes, obviously they're all wrong. What are you going to do about it?
I guess we're gonna proceed. Or ask the narrator if he can make sense of it.
There's nothing worth making sense of. They're clearly all traumatized.
And what does that make you? If you're a part of everything, your words. Your words.
And yet, you aren't. We break apart, and you stay the same.
Right.
Yeah, what's your secret? Why can you break the rules when we can't?
I like this. We need to put the narrator in the hot seat. He's got to give us some answers. Let's see. Proceed. Yeah, let's just go, guys. Let's just
You
go.
slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there.
Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it.
He always lies.
He is a capper for sure.
And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do. She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
And what's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are. Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving.
Or you could just give up.
Let's go.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin.
The cabin that isn't there.
You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it to pieces.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free.
It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it. Just do something. It doesn't matter what. Proceed. Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific.
That's a new one. Do you think it'll work?
Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them. And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see?
We're one step closer to her.
The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure they're in. Wrong and unsettling as it may be. The only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. Take it. It's the only way forward.
Whoa. We don't even have these options. Take the blade. You have to take the blade.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth.
Princess is so obsessed with me, you guys. Ugh. She wants me so bad.
You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. Yet deep in the bowels of the earth, you see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread.
What is that?
It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
I told you, she wants us bad, guys.
There you are. My toy has finally come to finish its job.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
You kept this out for so much longer than you had to.
Closer.
But it was always just a matter of time.
And closer.
You're going to have to stop running eventually.
And closer.
Everything stops running eventually. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take my hand and let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too. A witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't pose. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your power so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
Okay. just an object, a tool you once for something else a long time ago. But was that something you or just a dull and jaded memory? There is no other ending here. Just take her hand and set her free.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you. The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
Ew, why is her face like that?
I didn't think I'd be so tired. Why is it so cold?
Best one so far. Best one so far.
She's gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost. That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away, just like her. Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here. Finally, we can smash it. Oh, will you stop with the smashing?
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Yeah. I think I'd like that.
Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready.
This is the first time the hero has not been afraid.
It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here. Boys, it's been an honor.
What are we gonna see? I'm scared. Bones. Unraveled. What? Alright, let's go talk to our paranormal friend. See if she's satiated.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
So let's go. Why
Do
can't
you
we
know
go?
what we'll find out there?
That's a loaded fucking question. I think we'll ask it, but how many how many more do we need to bring you? What is the quota?
1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
One more, you guys. We're so close. Well, there's trees and there's stars. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. There's trees, stars, and people, I think. At least they're supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Okay. Do you think we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
What does she think about this vessel? This one was the best one to me.
This one is a waiting maw, an inevitable destination where all roads end. She will make for a wise heart.
Waiting maw. What is that? What's a waiting maw?
Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
One more vessel. I wonder what the last one's gonna be. Can it get better than this? Are we gonna know our true purpose? Do you know what's gonna happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Okay. Sorry. My bad. Alright, we're gonna do this long one. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator, and have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Like in the long quiet? He must, because he can just leave whenever he wants to. He does. And when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Damn, that's deep. Alright, ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Okay. That scares me every time.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Holy shit.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
The one before it, when we were being chased, that was really scary. But this was scary in a different way, like a disorienting way. Yeah, I think that one was the best one so far, but we have one more that's really exciting, and we'll do that next time.